Well, this is what it looks like from my perspective. 6 hours a day. The reason why I haven't showed you a whole lot maybe of clips of me on the river is because the reality is it's just not that exciting. You get to see grass, trees. Occasionally a fish will jump out. Occasionally you'll see an alligator, maybe a beaver. Occasionally you'll see a deer on the side of the water. But this right here is your typical Savannah River conditions. The color of it, kind of a brownish color. A slow river. It goes between 1 and 4 miles per hour depending on the current. There's no rapids on this river, so you know, if you have any basic skills paddling or rowing, then you can do it if you're willing to pay the price. But to the right over here is the Georgia. That's the Georgia boundary, and to my left obviously is South Carolina. Sometimes you'll see, most of the time you don't see an alligator, you hear an alligator. So maybe we'll see one here, or hear one. A lot of times they are on the bank, and then when you come up to them, a lot of times it's sort of the direction in front of your kayak, not directly in front of your kayak, but off to the side like this, that you see them. And as you sneak up on them, especially rowing, they get scared and they jump in, they thrash as they go into the water. And I've seen some of them do it before they've jumped into the water. So I've seen like a 6-foot, 7-foot alligator. I've seen the 4-foot alligator. So I have a pretty good idea on the size based upon, you know, what it sounds like. Obviously a 3-foot alligator is not going to make a lot of sound compared to 7-foot. But there was the other day, there's a big bird there. It's a seabird of some type. I don't know what that is, if you can see it. Because I don't have very good on, it's on top of my head, the camera. The other day, as I was saying, there was a humongous splash. It was really, really weird because it happened not in front of me, it happened behind me. So I guess, you know, I'd already passed them, and I'm sure I passed a lot of times many alligators and snakes and things like that. I've seen a bunch of snakes in the water, but you know, it sounded like a huge, it had to be, at least be a 7-foot, maybe an 8-foot alligator. Maybe it was just because he was so scared. But this is the river, and there's something up ahead. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's no, or I should say there are no, but there are very few houses and cabins on the river. It's an extremely isolated river, and there's times where I will go a day and not see a person, not see a house, hear an airplane or something like that. But yeah, it's kind of a bizarre thing to kind of feel that isolated. And then sometimes you'll paddle, and then there you'll see something like this up ahead. I don't know what this is. It's like some type of park or something. But so you never know, you know. Sometimes you'll think, oh, there's no one for miles around, and then you'll see someone fishing on the side of the river or something. And so you never really know. But I haven't shown you a whole lot of the river because there's not a lot to see. Recreational boats maybe, or something like that. A lot of times you'll see, I think I hear a recreational boat now. I'm trying to adjust myself here. Sometimes you think it's a recreational boat and it's a guy with a chainsaw or something like that. So sometimes you try to guess, and sometimes you're wrong. But haven't shown you a lot because this is not a trip really that you take for the scenic beauty of it, although there's some very beautiful parts of it. Pretty lily pads, yellow flowers, and big white bird. It's pretty. You don't take the trip like this because it's beautiful. You take it because it's a test of endurance. And I'm trying to figure out here, it looks like the river actually forks. And a lot of times this happens, and it's just sort of here comes a boat. We'll see if we can get out of this guy's way. I think it's a boat. No, maybe not. See? Sometimes the river forks like this, very rarely, but sometimes it does. And they're like little side alleyways, I guess. Most of the time you can tell just by following the current which way is the right way to go. Sometimes you have a little bit of difficulty. Sometimes these will actually suck off water. Here comes here is coming a boat. He's going pretty fast too. Make sure we get out of the way. Now I'm turning a lot of times. This is a small boat, but it takes time away from you. You want to turn, you want to hit a wave like this. This is a real small boat. I probably didn't even have to do it, but better to be safe than sorry. You want to hit a wave in a kayak like this. And this is, like I said, not even really a wave, but you don't want waves hitting you from the side, because that's when you become really unstable. So busy day like yesterday. Yesterday was Saturday, and I was about 30 miles upstream, and I must have done what I just did there about 110 times. All the boats, the speed boats, the party boats, the jet skiers, you know, all like to get out on Saturday. And that right there, I don't know if you heard it, you hear a lot of times these big, it's like someone dropping a stone. They're big turtles. A lot of times they like to hang out on docks or hang out on logs most of the time. And then when they see you, they jump in, or they just kind of fall in. And huge turtles. I mean, I'm talking turtles that are, I've seen turtles like this big. And they're really, same thing with the alligators. They have a lot of sensitivity. A lot of times I'll see a turtle and I'll try sneaking up on one, and I'll get within 40 yards of them or 30 yards of them, and then he'll fall in. So I don't know if they have really good eyesight or really good hearing. A lot of times I'm paddling real quiet, just like this, and you know, maybe they hear that little bit, maybe they can see really well. I don't know what's going on, or they pick up on vibrations or something. I don't know, but I mean, they have really sensitive hearing, or really in tune with their environment. They know I'm coming, which is really amazing. So this is the Savannah River, and this is, I don't know where we're at. This is probably, I don't know, Let's up some houses here. Occasionally you get houses like this that will pop up. And it's amazing too. One thing, I've met people and talked with people. There's a whole sort of subculture. I think every river is like this. There's a subculture that goes along with being on a river, and it's really quite amazing to see. I mean, these people know everything. They know, the tides, and they know channels, and they know it's like they live their entire life on the river. It's kind of interesting to meet those people. They fish, they hunt, everything they do is about the river. They spend time with their family on the river. It's quite incredible. So anyway, let me turn this camera off and let me check where my position's at.